for you. You're with me, Salil, and another day, another new film. This one's been highly awaited from the first time that it actually came out, because the hero's only 2 films old, including this film. And the mounting, as they say, they presented him on such a grand scale. Sajid Nadiadwala likes to do things in a big way. They had the same director, Sabir Khan, and they said, now after Heropanti, let's have Baaghi. Now, what does the word Baaghi mean? It means rebel. Is Tiger Shroff a rebel? Not at all. In fact, he's the complete opposite. He's a bhakt of his parents. Was his father a rebel? Yes, very much so. Jaggu Dada was a rebel of the nice kind. You know, he was like how bad men should be. And in this film, there are so many shots where Tiger Shroff looks like his father. If his father shaved, he looks exactly like him. So in those sequences, you know, you're reminiscing through the heroes and the 1980s and the 1990s when Jaggu Dada was in absolute prime of his life. When you walk into this film, you are looking at 4 things. A, how big a film this is going to be. B, the action. C, the dance. And 4, the acting. Now, before I tell you what this film has and what it doesn't, when you watch a cartoon, what do you go to see in the film? How cute it is, what the story is, how much you're laughing. Do you go and see whether the character has been written well? Tell me honestly. No. When you watch an action film, right? Like the ones like Tony Jaa and Jason Statham in Hollywood do you care about the story? No. It's about coming and making sure the action happens. When you watch Step Up, the series, right? Do you care about what the story is? You want to watch the dance, right? The finale and the face-off. So, think of it like that. Secondly, remember video games? Street Fighter? Mortal Kombat? So when you play these games, what do you want? The fight. So when you watch Baaghi, what do you want? The dance and the fight. Do you want the acting? I didn't go for the acting. They're not the best actors in the world, let's say that. We know that. Shraddha Kapoor, even though she's been part of super hit films like Ashiki, like Haider, people have not ever said that she's a great actress. Have they said she's a great dancer? Yes. ABCD 2, she's fabulous. She's a really good dancer. Have they said that she looks pretty? A lot of people like her. I think she's very cute. But is she a good actress? Will she win an award? I don't think in the foreseeable future. With just one film, people ask this question. Tiger Shroff can't act. He asks, I mean, I've asked it himself in this in the Star Stop interview. He says yes. But can he dance? Oh, yeah. Can he fight? Like, yeah. And does he look good? A lot of girls love him. I, for my own thought, went into this film with all these in my mind, right? So I went with an open slate. And suddenly I saw, okay, the acting was a little, like, you know, jumpy. Let's put it that way. So when he comes to meet someone, he moves like this. And then when he suddenly has to shift expression, it's just deadpan or not very expressive at times. But you sort of discount that because eventually you see him dance and he's a lot like Shahid Kapoor was when Shahid had started off. Now, I used to equate Shahid and Hrithik Roshan in 2 ways. Shahid danced like a dancer, Hrithik Roshan used to dance like a star. And I think now, somewhere in the middle is Tiger. I would want him to become more like a star dancer, not be so perfect in all his moves. It sort of takes away from that. The action is second to none. I think Vidyut Jamwal and him, if they did a film together, it would be insane, world class, I would say. And that's, I think, what he has to do. And that's what this film is all about. It's an amalgamation of The Raid Redemption, Ong Bak the Warrior, Ong Bak Part 2, and a lot of those sequences mishmashed in the middle, and a little bit of Karate Kid as well, where he starts to learn how to fight. And that's what you see in the second half, including sequences lifted from Ong Bak the Warrior. What's the story about? It's a little complex. So there's a boy, he's a brat. They send him, like Karate Kid, to get in shape. He doesn't believe that Kung Fu came in India. He believes in the Chinese Kung Fu, wants to go to the Shaolin Temple. He meets a teacher, who is the great Shifu, great master, who has a star pupil. And his star pupil, like Tai Lung, right? Tai Lung's evil, but he's not really evil. He's just evil because his master says he's not really that great. And the 4th part of it is when the master, something happens to him, his girl gets taken away, and he comes back to take revenge. That's the story. Well, Sudhir Babu, he's the villain. What a body. He's got veins popping out of his eyes, man. That's how he is. The action's awesome, and there's bone-crunching, bone-cracking action. The dances are not too bad. The song's also pretty decent. I have an ex-VG of mine, Khushbu's actually sung. Yeah, remember she was here before you. She sung a little bit in a track. Roach Killa, fantastic track. Arijit Singh. So the soundtrack is decent. But like I said, different horses for different courses. And this one is one such film. 3 stars for this. Tiger Shroff is a star to be reckoned with. Because the girls love him, the teenagers love him. He's got a long way to go before he can call himself an actor, but he's caught up a lot in becoming a star. And trust me, in our Bollywood industry, they're two different things. As far as collections are concerned, Jungle Book, Jungle Book, 160 crores. It made more money in its second Friday than all the films released, including Fan, on that Friday, all of them put together. That's how good Jungle Book is doing. Now, a dramatic failure for Fan in India, about 84 crores, which on a normal scale wouldn't be a failure because the film has not cost so much money. But because it's Shah Rukh Khan's film, because he acted so well, the trade pundits expected 125 to 150 crores minimum for this film. But what nobody expected was this bumper crop that they got in the overseas, with over 100 crores overseas. So the film is totaling almost 200 crores at the box office as we speak, possibly about to go more as well. So essentially, Shah Rukh Khan's still doing things quite right as far as overseas audiences are concerned. A lot of them came and said that we like this, thank God it wasn't a Dilwale and a Happy New Year. So you win some, you lose some. But for now, in India, one would have to call this below average as a collection is concerned, but worldwide, it's a hit. Coming up next week, we got Sunny Leone. Yep, that girl is a perfect business model as to how films should function. One Night Stand, well, leaves nothing to the imagination. We got Traffic. It's a highly successful film made by now no longer their director, Rajesh Pillai. It's made in Malayalam, Kannada and Telugu, and it became a blockbuster in Malayalam. Cost only 2.5 crores to make and made 17 crores at the box office, which was one of those massive success stories. And then, of course, it got Manoj Bajpayee in this one and Jimmy Shergill. So looking forward to that one. Till next week, Salil Acharya, the Twitter handle. Keep those calls and those requests and those mentions coming in. And as I said, I'm always there to answer.